Hi there, this is Neil Masoy, sports reporter for the Manila Times. And sa sports may kasabihan tayo na it's not just about physical, it's also about mental. As much as importante yung malakas sa pangatawan, yung kondisyon ng isang atleta, importante rin yung kanyang pag-iisip, yung lakas ng kanyang pag-iisip para makapag-perform sa mga competitions. Lahat naman siguro ng atleta ay agree sa notion na yan, no? And isa sa mga atleta na yun ay walang iba kundi si Carlos Yulo, ang ating gymnast na magko-compete sa Paris Olympics ngayong July. Recently, nagkaroon kami ng chance na makakwentuhan si Kaloy. We were able to interview him sa Gymnastic Association of the Philippines Training Center sa Intramuros, Manila. And we talk about a lot of things, but one of the major takeaways there was how he prepares himself mentally. Ano yung mga ginagawa niyang bagay to be in the best mental shape possible so that when he competes during a tournament, he can perform well because his mind is strong. Nakausap din namin si Miss Cynthia Carion, siyang Gymnastic Association of the Philippines President, as well as si Miss Hazel Calawod na tumata yung mind coach and occupational therapist ni Kaloy. So both of them had insightful things to that they shared with us when it comes to Kaloy's mental preparation, especially for this upcoming Olympics. For more of that, watch this interview presented by the Manila Times Newsroom.
In the Tokyo Olympics, he was too young, and we didn't have a psychologist then. For me, the mind and emotion is very, very strong. Emotion runs like water. You have to be strong, even if your skills are very good. But if you don't have a strong mind and strong emotion, you will not make it. Especially listening to all the shouting and can you imagine? My hands are colder than cold. I'm so nervous. Can you imagine how he is? So you must be so nervous, and that can make you slip if you're not in your 100% good. But now I think and I realized that, so I brought him to a lot of championships, so that he'll get used to a lot of people cheering, a lot of people. So now he's getting used to. He goes inside and he just focuses on what he has to do, and that's the most important. Blacks. That's why he always puts his hood on, so he doesn't see anybody, doesn't see anything, and he's focusing on what he has to do.
Kaloy, alam natin you have mental coaching, yung physiotherapist mo na si Coach Hazel. But ikaw personally, ano siguro yung ginagawa mo to get in the zone, to be focused? Ano ba, may pinapakinggan ka bang music or what? Ano yung mga ginagawa mo? Kumbaga, rituals, kumbaga.
Dati po wala pong rituals na ginagawa. Pero ngayon po, para makapagpahinga po, kasi rest po talaga yung pinaka-importante kapag after ng bakbakan na training po eh. And nagpapatugtog po ako ng positive energy music po tuwing gabi hanggang umaga na po yan. And then before mag-training, nakikinig din po ako ng mga podcast or motivational na yung mga words po of affirmation, yung mga ganun. And nakakatulong naman po siya sa akin makapag-focus po and mas free yung mind ko po kapag nagtitraining po ako po.
Yung sinasabi mo positive energy music, is as in music lang talaga siya or meron ba yung mga lyrics or...
Wala pong lyrics, as in music lang po talaga siya.
Kaloy, buhay love life mo naman, saglit lang, sa love life mo lang talaga.
Okay ba?
Much has been said about your girlfriend. Pwede mo na rin sabihin na negative media nga na kesyo daw, nakakasagabal or what. But siguro, from ikaw, gaano kalaking bagay yung girlfriend mo sa preparation mo for the Olympics and gaano siya ka-inspiring?
Para sa akin po kasi, grabe rin po yung suporta na nakukuha ko po sa partner ko po. Grabe po busy po siya, may ginagawa rin naman po siya, study and may work po siya. Pero nilalaan niya po yung time niya para makasama po sa mga competitions and nagkakaroon po ako ng, syempre, mga setbacks po. Normal na atleta po, napupulfill niya po yung mga pagkukulang ko sa mga training ko rin minsan. Kapag, syempre, blind spot po, hindi nyo po makikita talaga kung ano yung ina-act sa training or nagagawa ko sa training. So, every time nanonood kami talaga ng videos ko every after mag-practice, parang nanghihingi ako ng advice. Ay, alam ko hindi siya gymnast or wala siyang experience. Pero yung as a audience po ba, like, iba din po kasi yung pag nanonood yung tao na alam nila kung sino yung magaling din o ano yung magaling na movement na pinakita. Nangingi din po ako ng other information about that po. And syempre sa emotional well-being ko po, grabe po yung suporta po na natatanggap ko sa kanya. Ayun po yung parang masasabi kong wala ako dati. Na ngayon, sobra-sobra yung nakukuha ko po.
Ayun, Kalay, punta tayo dun sa World Cup. No? You won a gold in parallel bars and then a silver in gold. But nabanggit mo sa isang interview na dun sa parallel bars, the best athletes dun sa apparatus na yun ay hindi nag-compete dun sa World Cup. Siguro yung sa vault na lang, since I think the best athletes in the vault nag-compete. Siguro kwento mo kami performance mo sa vault.
Sa vault po, grabe din po yung naging experience doon. Sobrang nakakakaba po kasi iniisip ko na paano kung ngayon na yung Olympics, anong magiging yung execution ko sa performance ko po. And then, nandun po si David Tan po and siya yung palaging nag-gold sa competition. And after po ng competition namin, nagtanong din po ako ng mga preparation na ginagawa niya sa competition or bago mag-competition. And hindi niya po nasagot yung tanong ko eh. Kasi sabi niya po hindi daw po siya masyado nagtitraining kasi sakit daw po yung tuhod niya. And pero ang nakuha ko po doon is parang yung paano niya i-imagine yung performance niya bago maglaro. Siguro, itatry ko rin po yun sa mga training, sa mga paparating na trainings ko po.
Kaloy, nung last Olympics sa Tokyo, medyo, kumbaga, sinasabi ng iba na it was a failure, kumbaga. Then, nung World Championships in last year, medyo hindi rin kagandaan yung performance. Do you see yung Paris talaga as, kumbaga, ito yung platform mo to bounce back and gaano ka ka-determine nga and makabawi?
Before po, masabi ko na rin po siguro sa interview ko po na lahat po ng magiging competition ko, parang revenge po siya sa nung nagkamali po ako sa Olympics. Frustrated din po kasi ako that time kasi hindi ko na perform yung gusto kong i-perform that time. Pero ngayon po kasi more on natututo ako sa every mistake na nagagawa ko and sa mga competition na sinasalihan ko po eh. So, this time, feeling ko, or kaya kong sabihin na mas healthy ako sa mental and emotional po. At syempre, mas confident po na mag-perform ng magandang execution po.
Yung current setup ng team mo ngayon, si Coach Aldrin and si Coach Hazel, siguro kwentuhan mo na kami yung, kumbaga, how do you guys work together? Kasi nga, yun nabanggit mo kanina, medyo unconventional siya. So, kwentuhan mo lang kami.
Pag naggagawa po kami ng training plans, may meeting po kami, nagsiset po kami ng goal before going sa competition or kahit sa training lang po. Flexible po siya kapag dating sa kung ano yung gagawin namin sa araw-araw. And mas nakakapag tayo po kami ng parang mas possible na abutin na goal sa every week or every month. So, ngayon po, yung setup ko po ngayon, like, para sa akin, nagwo-work siya. Hindi ko po alam sa iba kasi iba po yung nagwo-work din sa iba. Kasi sa UK din naman po, may mga coaches na hindi naman po gymnast talaga. Pero alam po nila kung paano magturo or may knowledge sila sa ganun. So, kung ano yung ginagawa po namin, parang na-experience po namin siya sa mga training camps na pinuntahan namin. And tinry namin siyang gayahin and i-mold ng sarili po naming style po.
So basically, you feel na confident and relaxed ka sa team.
And mas like na-feel ko po yung sarili ko na maging ako. And kaya kong mas mag-perform ngayon ng at ease po ako.
As PT and mental coach po ni Kaloy, how do you set up po when it comes sa mental side of things? Paano niyo po siya ina-address? Most especially, close na po yung Olympics.
Okay, so yung profession ko is actually not PT. I'm an occupational therapist. Kaya mas nakaka-add din ako sa kanya on a mental and brain aspect. So, ano yung ginagawa ko para kay Mr. Yulo, leading and preparing him not only physically but also emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually is first I tell him what to expect during competitions, because if you know what to expect, like I tell him during competitions the factors are: 1, there's audience; number 2, there's too many lights that will affect your visual system; number 3, you also will see your competitors you will subconsciously, their adrenaline will affect your adrenaline system as well, and you will need to learn how to control your adrenaline system, because if you don't, you're gonna mess up your timing in gymnastics. So I tell him what are the factors during the comps. And then number 2, almost every day, I tell him like, hey, you need to be undeniable. Do you want to be undeniable? What type of gymnast do you want to be? I ask him so he can choose what type of gymnast he wants to be. Because if he chooses for himself, then most likely he will be very motivated to be that type of gymnast. And he will do his best to reach whatever it is that he set for himself. And then number 3, I also, because he loves to pray, as an occupational therapist, I take that into consideration as well. So from time to time, we also offer prayers to God in order to streamline more his focus. So, and I think that also added very much to his preparations during Doha. He did mention before he competed in the finals that parang, I think kulang ako sa prayer, and when I prayed, parang mas lumabas yung parang dati palagi akong may daily prayers kay God, ganito, ganyan. Parang nakulangan ako doon. And ngayon, nung nag-compete siya sa Doha, bumalik ulit yung ganong habits niya. And so I said, so yun na lang pala yung kulang, kasi lahat pinrepair na. Tsaka ako nakakonekta na din ako eh. Kasi bago pa ako pumunta sa training mo, nagpa-pray na ako, na i-guide ako. So, ikaw pala ang kailangan mag-connect sa kanya. So then, that is also part ng preparations, like spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. Because, technically, lahat sila magagaling. What is the difference? And sometimes, those things, yun na yung mga hindi nakikita sa performance. Your spirit, your mental preparation, yun yung mga bagay na yun, that as an occupational therapist na nakakatulong talaga sa kanya.
You've mentioned po na as an OT, and of course your relationship professionally with Sir Carlos, ano na lang din po yung parang naging common ground to establish trust, because parang it doesn't happen overnight to open up, then understand each other's psychology.
One is to really give him like the time to 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 listen to what he wants to happen for himself, and then just be open. Ano ba gusto mo? Sige, magkwento ka lang dyan. Anong nangyari sa'yo today? Ano yung hindi mo nagustuhan today? Ano yung nagustuhan mo today? Pagkatapos ng training mo today, para lagi kaming may briefings sa bago mag-training. Ito yung gagawin na. Okay, dito ka mag-focus ha. Pagkatapos ng training, anong pakiramdaman mo? Anong naramdaman mo? Lahat inaaral. Ano nagustuhan mo sa training mo? Ano yung hindi mo pa gusto? Ano yung gusto mo pang linisin? So, nakakakuha ako ng madaming data kung ano pa yung gusto niya. And based dun sa gusto niyang mangyari, yun na, the next day, okay, ito plano, ito na naman. Okay, ito upgrade. So, listening to the athlete, and I think would be nice for other coaches as well na yung athlete pakinggan nila ng mabuti, because madami silang makukuha pa pag nakinig talaga sila ng maayos.
When it comes po sa inyong sariling perspective, how is Kaloy mentally prepared?
He's so motivated, I think, especially after he was able to get what results he kind of wanted. But after Doha, he's so pumped, like wow, like sige pa, kaya pa to, ganito, ganyan. Nasa scratch na talaga yung surface ng ano pa yung kaya niya, like what we said before. And I'm pretty sure he's so excited to keep moving forward, na mas pag-ihigihan pa sa training, kahit pahirapan pa siya, okay lang yan. Basta mabigay niya kung ano yung gusto niyang performance leading to the Olympics.
Coach, can you give us a picture? Halimbawa, it's competition day. Kaloy will perform in an hour or in a few minutes siguro. How do you calm the nerves? Ano yung ginagawa niya para kalmado siya pag magpe-perform?
Okay. Yan ang magandang tanong talaga dito, kasi pag competition na, iba na. Sa training, ito yung nakikita niyo. Pag competition na, madaming stimuli na nakaka-apekto sa utak ng atleta. Yung nakikita niya yung, ito magaling, ito ganyan, it's the threat also andun. So then I would first tell him, ginawa na natin to. Kailangan mo lang i-replicate. Kaya kung ano yung pinractice mo, yun ang alalahanin mo sa utak mo. And then, another thing that I do is to use visual imagery training sa kanya, which wasn't a thing before, and now nasa sistema niya na. Binababad ko siya sa iPad niya. Papapanoorin ko siya ng ano yung pinerform niya na training para yung brain niya, yun yung magiging movie. So, yung timing niya, pag masusunod na lang yung katawan niya sa software, doon sa utak niya. Neuroscience, ina-applyan ko siya ng brain science. So, wait, dyan ka, nagpapahinga yung katawan mo. Sige, assignment na utak mo, memorizein mo yung timing mo. Para pagdating na gagamitin niya na yung katawan niya, ready na siya. The other things is, sasabihan ko siya ng mga psychology, like, bibigyan ko siya ng mga psychology techniques. Would be like, or neuroscience. It's like, let me see, like, let me feel your heart. Your heart rate is up right now. You do more breathing exercises to calm your nervous system down. Because if your nervous system is not, like, it's not calm, it's gonna mess up your timing. Everything to the heart rate is monitored sa kanya. And also, yung performance nutrition niya bago siya pumasok is also monitored. Pag alam namin na kulang pa siya ng pagkain, kasi yung time is around lunchtime, so magpa-practice siya. Magpa-prepare na agad ng whey protein, kailangan ng protein ng katawan mo. Pag hindi ka uminom ng protein ngayon, maghihina yung utak mo tsaka katawan mo. So, inaaral lahat, pati yung chemistry. Para pagdating niya doon, hindi siya kulang sa lakas, tama lang yung timing niya, at tama lang yung paghinga niya. So, kahit yung mga little details pagdating sa competition, pinaplan siya. Yun.
So basically, everything is measured and calculated.
Yeah. to the breathing.
Alright, there you go guys. I hope may napulot kayo sa interview na yon. Especially kung gaano ka-importante yung mental aspect para sa mga atleta when they're preparing for a competition. Especially Kaloy na magko-compete sa Paris Olympics. And that's it for now. Once again, this has been Nilo Masoy, sports reporter for the Manila Times, and see you again next time in the next episode of the Manila Times Newsroom.